Hi Aquarius, welcome to your April 2021 Astrological Forecast. I'd like to remind you to subscribe to my channel, check out my Ask Me a Question, and there's also a link to my website if you would like to have your personal chart done, and both of those links are in the description section below this video. Also, check out my weekly forecast. So this month, planets are in Aries at the beginning of the month. Where you have Aries in your chart is your, let's see here, third house, okay? The Sun is in Aries up until the 18th. Mercury moves into Aries on the 3rd. Venus is in Aries up until the 13th, and there's a new moon in Aries on the 11th. Okay, so your third house, especially having Mercury move here on the 3rd. Mercury is the natural ruler of the 3rd house. Big communication and travel house, okay? Local travel, more or less. And by local, I mean just like your tri-state area, just a few miles away, or a short drive as in hours or something. But this may be the time that you would think about taking possibly a road trip. Or, you know, like an overnighter or a weekend trip somewhere. This is another time where, as far as communications go, you would have an increase in your, let's say, regular postal mail. You could even probably get something pretty significant in the mail at this time that is important to you. Looks like it's, I would have to say, good news. I can't really see anything bad, bad going on here, especially around that new moon of the 11th. If it's not in regards to mail, regular postal mail or email, it's in regards to maybe a conversation that you're having with someone. This is the house of your siblings and your cousins. Also, like your neighbors, people in your neighborhood, it's your immediate area and your everyday life. So the people you encounter throughout the normal course of your day. You know, you run into people at the grocery store or something like that. So you could end up having like a conversation with one of these people, and they could really be informative, about something that is really good that's going to be going on in your neighborhood, or you could find out something nice about a relative. Good news, having Venus here brings pleasant times to your everyday life or any encounter that you would have with someone. So around that new moon is when a lot of these things would happen. Before, day after, doesn't necessarily have to happen exactly on the 11th. And this is a time, though, too, where this is a social media house. It's also the house of the written word. So you could actually write something at this time. Could even be just a letter, You could send an actual physical card to someone, or be on the receiving end of one. Doesn't have to be like one of those e-cards. You're getting it through the regular postal mail, okay? But some kind of communication. But you could actually write something right now that could be pretty important somewhere down the line. So if you feel like writing, you may actually feel like that just due to the fact that the planet Mars in Gemini is in your 5th house of creativity. So I'll get to that in a minute, okay? So, well, it could be prompting you right now to write something. Having Mars in your 5th house of romance and creativity and fun and recreation and children and, speculation, sports, games of any kind. So this combination of these two together does kind of bring about the desire to want to travel, to go have fun, but also to be creative. So you could be writing something right now, if it's a book or an article, anything. It could be the beginning of something pretty big somewhere down, for somewhere down the line. Okay, the Sun moves into Taurus on the 19th. Mercury also moves into Taurus on the 19th, and Venus moves into Taurus on the 14th, and where you have Taurus in your chart is your 4th house of your home life, your family, the actual building that you live in, and the property surrounding it. It's your past, your childhood, and your personal life. So you have the planet Uranus transiting here, so there's been some kind of upheaval off and on since this planet has moved here. Okay, it's going to be here for a few more years, so you always have to remember that this planet brings about surprises and sudden events, totally out of the blue. And this is where some of your surprises have been in regards to your property, your home, your family, the people you live with. Or you could be finding out weird stuff about your childhood that you never knew about before. You know, so it's just coming out now. And it could be, you know, a lot more contact right now with relatives, okay? Not just people that you live with, but other relatives. So there's a lot of whatever going on here. Could be somebody just, I don't want to say just showing up on your doorstep, but suddenly contacting you to say, hey, can I come stay with you? Or we're going to visit, we're going to be in the area, can we stop in to see you? Or, you know, if you have children and they've moved out, it could be one of them saying, can I move back home? Or a child saying, I got my own place, I'm moving out. Or if you don't have family, but you have a roommate, something like that. Somebody moving in or out, or trying to move someone else in with them when that wasn't the original setup, and, you know, all kinds of different things. There's a full moon on the 26th in the sign of Scorpio. And where you have Scorpio in your chart is your 10th house. It's directly across from your 4th house of home. Your 10th house is your career and public life and whatever. And sometimes things happen in your job that take away from your home life or your family. So around that full moon, something may occur like at work or within your career that you have to stop and take care of, and your family and your personal life is put on the back burner. But just during this time, it's not like a very big deal. But it may be felt that someone from your company may call you to take care of something that could actually be taken care of by like somebody else, you know. But they decided to bother you instead. Anyways, so you have Mars in Gemini in your 5th house, which Mars brings physical activity, a lot of activity, a lot of energy wherever it's transiting. So this would be the time that your pursuit of fun, this is the house of fun and gambling, speculation, creativity, and children though too. So if you have children, you would be more involved in their life right now, either sports that they're doing, or you know, something or other. I would like to, if you don't have children, it could possibly be someone else's children, but it could be their games or something like that. I don't think it's that they're a problem and that's why you're involved in their life more than you usually are, but it looks to me like it's for fun. Mars moves into Cancer on the 23rd, and where you have Cancer in your chart is your 6th house of the kind of work that you do and the workplace, the people you work with, your co-workers, and the actual building even that you work in. So there's something changing here a little bit, even if it is just employees. There may be people leaving or new employees coming in, new work schedule, new kind of job, maybe still working for the same company but a different position within that company. So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Aquarius on the 5th, 6th, and 7th. And the best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Leo, and those dates are the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of speculation or gambling, and anything to do with children is the 1st, 2nd, 15th, 16th, 17th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. The best time for money is the 7th, 8th, 9th, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The best time for your career is the 26th, 27th, and 28th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 10th, 11th, 12th, 24th, 25th, and 26th. So I hope you enjoyed your astrological forecast for April. Be sure to check out my weekly forecasts and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.